Hello everyone, this is Adam with Garage 44, here to do a walk around video of this 2017 Audi S7 Prestige. Odometer currently shows 25,184 miles. I will do a driving video and add a few miles, but other than that, this will go back in my shop and it'll be there until the next owner picks the car up. This car is actually owned by a very close friend of mine from, back to grade school, high school, college, all the way throughout. We've always stayed in contact. I consulted with him when he purchased this car about 2.5 years ago, certified pre-owned, and he just bought a Porsche Taycan 4S and sent me this car to market and sell for him. So I appreciate that. As I start the new business here, let's have a look at the inside of the car. Inside is interior is very clean. Everything as it should be. One thing to note, this panel here on the seat has just been professionally replaced right before I took possession of the car. It was scratched and ripped from a zipper on a pair of shorts, and was not indicative of the rest of the car, so we decided to go ahead and have it replaced. And the gentleman who did it professionally had such a high standard where he did it the first time, he did not like it, and he redid it without us even asking to do it. So I'm sure he probably took a loss on the job, but he was more worried about getting it right than making money on it, which is a great way to be as a craftsman. A couple notes on the seat here. There is a mark. It's even hard to see. There's a couple marks here and here. There's one there. And there's a scratch right up in there too. But other than that, you know, again, car is super clean, and as a low mile, 25,000 mile car should be. S7s aren't particularly hard to find, as you would know if you're looking for these things, but the Prestige package cars are. With 25,000 miles, I think this is probably one of, if not the lowest mile car on the market right now, which is nice to know. Engine bay, like the rest of the car, very, very clean, tidy. Have a look at the trunk. And there's an A7 all-weather mat in here. I'm not going to take that out, but you can see in the gallery, I do have it out in the gallery. You can see there's no stains or tears or anything like that to the floor. Two other all-weather floor mats for the front floors are included as well. I'm going to do a walk around this way. There's a couple disclosures or blemishes, however you want to call them, on the car. I would want to go over too. There's on the hood, there's some markings from, you call it bird droppings, to say it nicely. Where he parked the car at his office was kind of in the line of a tree, of a nest or something, and oftentimes it got used by the birds, and so I won't want to call a huge alarm to it, but there is it is worth noting that there is some sort of etching in the hood and a couple spots on the roof, but honestly, I imagine any or every black car has this. That's a bug there. Get out of there. But again, I just want to make you aware when bidding or thinking about bidding. There is about a 3-inch, very, very fine scratch, and that is right here. I imagine you could see it in the video. It's hard for me to see on the GoPro here, but right there, about a 3-inch scratch. I had a friend of mine who has a body shop do a little wet sanding on it. He helped it out a little bit, but I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's a scratch on the car. But wheels, tires, everything there is all in good order. I can talk a little bit more about that on the driving video here when I go around. Nose of the car is in nice shape. There's, of course, some spots on the nose of the car, but I mean, every car would have that, but nothing out of the ordinary. What you would expect for 25,000 miles of driving. So, all right, I will reposition this camera in the front seat, and we'll go for a driving video. Okay, we're in the S7. Let's just go out for a short test drive. Have the car set to dynamic. Suspension and steering settings. Got transmission as well in there. Before we leave the garage here, just say something about the electronics. Can't go through every single thing here, but I will say that I tested, I believe what I believe to be every single electronic function in this car, down to the soft closed doors, all of the buttons. Of course, the air conditioning works, blows cold, child locks, sort of the random things that you might not get to in everyday use, seat memories with the keys, etc. Everything is working. There's nothing to report that doesn't work electronically on this car. All of the interior lights, all the exterior lights, the blind spot detectors, everything works. Everything works. So we'll go out. We'll put the car in. Put the car in the sport setting, transmission. I'm gonna put that screen down. And we'll go out just for a quick drive out and back here. One thing to note, as I showed in a slide, was the wheel and tire package on this car is included as a transfer over from when this car was bought certified pre-owned 2.5 years ago. I think it was a 7-year package or a 6-year package. It expires in 2027, February of 2027, and you can see on the slide in the gallery there what exactly is covered and the amount of occurrences and stuff. But I would look at that as a huge purchasing point of this car, because it is pretty comprehensive, down to lost keys and paintless dent work. If needed. We never had any of that done, but if needed, it's there. And of course, including the wheels, wheel damage, tire damage, etc. So it's a great selling point to the car. The car drives really nicely. It's smooth, it's quiet when you want it to be. Of course, when you get on it, there's a good bit of growl to it, muscle with the sport exhaust. But it can sort of do anything you want it to do, whatever kind of mood you're in. satisfy that. The car drives straight, tracks straight. There's no shimmy or wobble in the steering wheel. The tires are all but brand new. A couple hundred miles on them, maybe 400 miles since June. The car has not been daily driven since they were installed. So there's no, again, no balance issues or alignment or anything like that. The car tracks, well, I took it off track, but the car tracks, super straight, no pulls or anything like that to note. I didn't mention it before we left the parking lot there at my shop. The heads-up display works as well, and super convenient, nice to have that. Turn around, we're gonna go back. Short and sweet. I'll put it in manual here and get some acceleration. That was a little taste of what it can do. Don't like the speed through these back roads right here. It's usually some police presence on these streets, so I tend to behave myself through here. But yeah, the car is super nice, aesthetically, mechanically. Everything is sorted out on the vehicle. It's a car that could be retail ready and sit on an Audi dealer's lot for sale. It truly is a nice vehicle. The next owner will certainly enjoy the car. Part of me wishes it were me, but it just doesn't fit into the life plan and the budget at the moment, with starting this business, doing it full time. Just not the right timing of it, but sure would be a great car to have, and the hatchback makes it super practical as well. I put a sheet of, I forget what it was, 4x6 foot sheet of foam core or something in the back of this thing to do some photos with, and it again is just really practical, almost like a station wagon, really. back home. To recap, yeah, 25,208 miles as it sits right now. I don't anticipate that changing much at all. It'll sit here in the shop in the back corner here and await the end of the auction and its new owner. So yeah, bid with confidence. Thanks for watching and best of luck. Have a great day.